Hey everybody, Peter Kima here. It is Friday morning, it is 8:30 and you are looking live at my living room. Still working from home, although I'll be in the office this morning for a little while. Our team continues to work from home, even though we're in a situation right now where North Carolina has made the decision to go ahead and phase some openings here, right? They have decided to go ahead and let phase one start tonight at 5 o'clock. And so it's going to be another new normal, right? We'll go over what that means to you here in just a few minutes. That being said, I want to wish every single one of you mothers out there, every one of you, a very special Mother's Day week, right? It is Mother's Day week. There are 2 days a year where real estate almost comes to a complete stop. Christmas and Mother's Day, right? And for obvious reasons in both cases. And I'm not sure which one of those days is more important to some of us, right? But yeah, it is Mother's Day week, and I encourage you, if you have the opportunity and want to take advantage of it, to just stop and say thank you to all the moms, especially the ones that are important to you in your life, for all that they do and all that they sacrifice. And it's interesting because we get caught up in our day-to-day lives, and we don't really stop and recognize all of the little sacrifices that moms make, right? So there's a great book out there that Leaders Eat Last, and you can kind of figure out what that means. Just based on the title, that leaders eat last. Well, if there's one part of our society that certainly epitomizes that, it's moms. Moms always eat last. Moms always take care of everybody that's around them first. Moms always want to nurture and take care of not only their kids, but the people in their lives. And for that, on a personal level, I'm blessed to know a lot of wonderful moms. I've got a great one of my own. My kids have a fantastic mom. And so to slow down just for a Sunday, to take a few minutes to say thank you to the moms in your lives, I know is something that's important to you. I encourage you to go ahead and not wait till Sunday to let them know how big of a deal they are to you and how much they've sacrificed for you, and have a little bit of fun. Hey, hold on one second. Hey, Cole, on the printer is a piece of paper. I'm going to need that piece of paper here in just a second, please. The advantage of having your kids home with you during the quarantine is you got some gophers when you need little jobs done, right? So grateful for that. Thanks, buddy. So let's start out with that. Then I want to mention that, staying in the theme of Mother's Day, I need your prayers. I need your thoughts, your positive energy. You see, I'm in the middle of what I refer to as the yearly gauntlet. What's the yearly gauntlet? Well, my wife has a birthday in early May. Mother's Day is in the middle of May, and my anniversary is 7 days later. So for 3 straight weeks, I am put on the point to come up with creative gifts and show love and support. And I say that half jokingly. It is nice to be able to focus on Jen for 3 straight weeks like that, and I'm grateful for that. There's so many days in my past where I can remember thinking that the one greatest fear I have, this is me being a little bit vulnerable with you, is just being alone, right? And when you find that special someone in your life that you just connect with, it changes everything, and you don't ever feel alone again. And I'm grateful for that. So anyhow, Mother's Day this weekend. Before I shed a tear, I'm going to go ahead and go on with the gauntlet. Jen's birthday, Mother's Day, my anniversary, all this year. And anniversary, well, I guess I will impress you. It is my 19th wedding anniversary. So I do know how long ago it's been. 19 years, 3 days, 21 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. So some news. Let's talk about what's happening, right? North Carolina is opening up for business a little bit today. At 5 o'clock today, we're lifting some restrictions. We're going to phase one. I'm going to review those for you real quick so you know what's happening in our state. So starting tonight at 5 o'clock, the difference and the distinction between essential and non-essential employees is gone. No longer a distinction. Bars, personal care businesses like hair and nail salons, entertainment venues, and gyms are not yet allowed to reopen, however. I think that close contact thing here in our state is still being adhered to. Restaurants cannot offer dine-in, can only offer pickup or curbside service, still cannot offer dine-in. Stores, including those that sell clothing, sporting goods, and housewares, they are going to be open tonight at 5 o'clock. However, they're limited to 50% of capacity at all times and have strict guidelines in terms of cleaning. All small outdoor gatherings of no more than 10 people will be allowed while maintaining social distancing. Child care centers are now going to be allowed to reopen, but they must follow strict cleaning guidelines. Summer day camps will allow to be open. Week camps are no longer an option for us. Outdoor only religious services with more than 10 people will be allowed. Hiking and biking trails and boat ramps and restrooms will be open at all North Carolina state parks, with the exception of one in the western part of the state. And then finally, restrictions on nursing homes and other congregate care facilities will remain in effect. So it is a very gentle reopening today, but I think it's going to do a lot for how people feel about things, right? I think it's going to do a lot for just the mental side of things for some people, because, you know, there have been some gray days for some people, right? And for those of you dealing with financial stress and different things like that, certainly I feel for you. But even those people that aren't dealing with financial stresses or are okay and have a wonderful home, whatever your situation may be, we're all fighting a little bit of these gray days on occasion. And I think this is one step, whether you agree politically or not, doesn't matter to me. Remember that. But I do think this is one step mentally towards making people feel better. Now, May 22nd will be the big one. That's phase 2. We'll see what happens then. And we'll see if we actually get to phase 2. You know, time will tell. We're all keeping an eye on South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, some of these more rogue states are a little more aggressive. We'll see what happens. So statistics, or just some updates. The NASDAQ, which, you know, is really tech focused, is positive for the first time in 2020, which is indicating that investors are believing in a strong economic recovery on the horizon. That's a wonderful sign, right? You're going to hear all sorts. If you turn on the Today Show right now, they're going to sensationalize the news and they're going to give you all sorts of negatives. However, I'm here to give you some positives. The NASDAQ is a leading indicator for us that what investors are thinking, right? And investors are showing us that they believe that the economic recovery is on the horizon. So there is one trade that is down, and it is a good thing. There's one business that is absolutely in the dumps right now, and it's an absolutely wonderful thing. The drug business, the cartels. They're having trouble getting shipping. They're having trouble getting airplanes. They're having trouble with labor. They're having troubles with all those things, meaning there's been a slowdown in the drug trades coming into the United States. I suggest to you that's a great thing. So stop and think about this for a second, though. The drug trade is truly just a real business, with one minor exception. They have a lot more killing going on there. And no, I don't need any of your Bill Clinton references about killing or not killing. I don't need any of those right here. I know some of my friends are going to want to say something, to just leave that off. Hey, good morning, Susan. Morning, Chad. Good to see you guys. Sports. In April, here's what we lost. In April, we lost the Masters. We lost the NBA. We lost the NHL playoffs. We lost the Boston Marathon. Most importantly, you know what we lost? The spelling bee. Tell me if you don't love I love the spelling bee. Tell me if you don't love the spelling bee. The tension, the drama, it's live, it's fun, you get the families involved. To me, I love it, and I miss it, and I hope for those kids that have been working for a year to be contestants that next year they get a chance again. But there's good news on the horizon if you're a sports fan. The NFL released their schedule last night. If you don't know, I'm a huge diehard Las Vegas Raider fan. That being said, there is a schedule last night. The Raiders will open up their season, and I'm so excited and so disappointed all at the same time. They're going to open up their season on the road. Go figure. That's a slight towards the NFL, who always just penalizes the Raiders for being the Raiders. Anyhow, listen, so the NFL opens their season, or the Raiders open their season on the road, and they are playing against the Panthers right here in Charlotte. Likely an empty stadium. And that's where I'm disappointed. I probably won't be able to go see them. Hey, give me 1 second. I'm going to bring something back for you. Hold 1 second. Yeah, I'm coming. Hold on. All right, I'm back. What did I bring you? I brought you power. My laptop is about to die. What else is coming back? You guys watched the previews yet for the match, right? Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Lefty, and Tiger. Are you going to watch that? It's coming up in May. Is that something you would have some interest in? Tell me about that. Did you see the previews for this? The other thing that's coming back is NASCAR. Now, I will tell you, I used to watch NASCAR when I was in college. Guys, I have not been more excited about a race than I am about the race that's upcoming here in June. Guys, truthfully, or in May, truthfully, just to have anything to focus on, right? Just something to be excited about. And then finally, Bundesliga. How many of you are soccer fans? Raise your hand if you're a soccer fan. Go ahead and hit me right down here. Tell me right now, are you a soccer fan? You played Chad, you say you played golf the other day. So in Massachusetts, Chad, tell me, is golf allowed? Is that something you guys are doing right now? Go ahead, Chad, let me know. Is that something you guys are able to do right now? Because I will tell you, here in North Carolina, golf courses never got shut down. They're still playing golf with regularity, and the golf courses are packed. Now they've got new rules and social distancing rules, one person to a cart, that kind of a thing. But certainly golf never got shut down here. Anyhow, so that's what's happening in the world of sports. Do you remember about, I guess it's now probably 10 weeks ago, Cole and I went to Bull City Burger in Durham. No carts, okay, got it. Oh, they opened yesterday. Okay, Chad. Bull City Burger over in Durham might be the best burger I've ever had in a restaurant. Not some big, sloppy, nasty burger like you get at some of these other restaurants, but just truly a really well-cooked and well-done burger. Just fantastic. Well, Bull City Burger, who we're big fans of, opened up a kiosk, what they call a lunch kiosk, inside Duke University yesterday to help support all of their frontline workers there. And the smiles on the faces of the nurses and the doctors there were just fantastic. And just kudos to Bull City Burger. When we get back to a normal and the restaurant's open again, if you haven't been to Bull City Burger and you're looking for some place to go, I would highly, highly encourage you to get over to Bull City Burger. Good people, great food. And then finally, one company hired 96,000 people in April. It wasn't us, just for those of you wondering if it was us. 96,000 people in April. So what does that tell you? It tells you that there are businesses that are thriving even in the situation that we're in, right? And so while I feel for the businesses that are struggling, I'm happy for those businesses that are thriving. I talked to a landscaper last night. Told me we want to do an install of a yard, and he was telling me he is out until the end of July right now with bookings on yard installs. That's fantastic. Our landscapers, right? These are local people in our economy that are doing really well. 96,000 people hired by Amazon. Yep, Amazon went ahead and hired 96,000 people. You know and I know that our front door, I can tell you, has been loaded with boxes, right? We are doing some Amazon therapy in our house for sure. But yeah, it is one of those businesses, right? Money just moves around, right? Now, well, there's some money sitting on the sidelines with investors and some of you, but truthfully, money is moving around and not necessarily sitting stagnant. And those of you that are getting creative and finding ways to reinvent yourselves, kudos to you. We'd love to support you in that. Before I talk about real estate stats, I want to tell you about something that my team's doing today, and I'm really, really proud of my team. We're getting a nearly 100% participation today to do something that we're going to call Feed the Firemen on Fridays. Feed the Firemen Fridays. We're going to support a local business every single Friday, a local restaurant. We're going to buy lunch, and we're going to go. There's 5 fire stations in the town of Wake Forest, and we're going to go hit fire station number 1 today at noontime. We're going to celebrate our firemen by dropping off lunch for them from 6 feet apart. But we're going to drop off lunch for those guys in our effort to say, A, thank you to the firemen, B, a chance to see each other and be around my teammates, and 3, support a local business, right? So this is not an original brainchild of ours. We're following the lead of so many other wonderful people in our community doing things for our frontline workers. We happen to choose the firemen. But I'm really proud of my team. As soon as we kind of suggested the idea, everybody raised their hand and said they were in. And I could not be more proud of how my team has handled this entire process. So for what it's worth, looks like we got a lot of comments coming in. No cards, Chad. Yeah, golf shouldn't have been shut down. Trey McDonald could not have lived in Massachusetts, Chad. And by the way, if you guys play skins, I got my money on Trey. So you played in Connecticut. Okay. Oh, very nice. Tell me what you shot if you have enough courage. Pizza Amore. That's right, Jerry. It is fantastic. That's where we're getting pizzas from today. And that was my next comment was our pizzas today will come from Pizza Amore in downtown Wake Forest for the fire department. All right, let's talk about real estate and talk about statistics real quick. So some really interesting things. Let's look at the median sales price, right? What is the median sales price in our market? Interestingly enough, the median sales price of a home in 2010, right? Just one generation ago, 2010, was $181,000. $181,000 this apartment. For those of you that are sitting in Raleigh right now, I know you just fainted, right? 10 years ago, $181,000. Today, $290,000. 290,000. We've talked a lot about how this market's very similar to 2017 in terms of amount of homes being sold. Look at the median sales price in 2017. It was 225,000. Today, we're at 290. Think about that for just a second. And that's taking into account all homes. If you look at single family as alone, single family homes on our market right now are at 310,000. New construction is at 324,000 and resales are at 280. That's a pretty typical 20-25% split between the two. Let's talk about number of homes for sale. I thought this was really interesting. So we talk about scarcity of market all the time. Every week on here, we talk about scarcity of market, right? In April of 2012, there were 16,000 homes on the market. We were just starting to get out of the Great Recession, right? 16,000 homes in April of 2012 you could have chosen from in our market. Today, 7,000. Just over 7,000 today. Down 55%. Dude, think about that for just a second. 16,000 homes. 16. Of course, average days on market back then were much longer. Average days on market today are scant. You can barely see them. In 2013, it went from 16,000 to 14,000. 2015, we went down to 10,000. That was the year where we saw a 33% decrease in available inventory year over year, right? So 2015, we were at 10,000. In 2018, we were at 8,300, and today we're at 7,200. So just another interesting stat to kind of just still see that the scarcity of the market will drive the rebound in our economy. The fact is there just aren't a lot of homes, and we know that people buy and sell based on life changes. And those life changes aren't stopping. People are dying. People are graduating. People are having babies. People are downsizing. All those things are happening still. Because all those things are still happening, because all those things are still happening, people are still going to have the need to buy and sell homes. Will the market be down a little bit? Sure, it'll be down a little bit. But let's be honest, though, that need will continue to drive our market. And then finally, the median price per square foot. Here's another one that'll make you just step aside, take a deep breath. In 2010, the median price per square foot was $100 per square foot. Today, it's $143 a square foot. Again, that's taking into account the entire market, both detached and attached homes. So interesting to see where the market is right now, right? I think lack of inventory will continue to keep prices level. If not, it's still an increase. We're very fortunate to have a healthy building community. We're very fortunate to live where we live because of the different stages of the economy, whether it be the government, the healthcare, the education, whatever that is. We're very fortunate here. So today, again, a reminder for you. This Sunday is Mother's Day. Make Mother's Day special. Start today. Don't wait. Don't wait until Sunday to make it special. Go ahead and get started today. Let your moms and the people that you know in your lives know how much that you love them and how much you appreciate them, right? And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is this. If you're looking to get into the game of real estate, we are hiring. If you're interested in getting into the game of real estate in other parts of the country, contact me. I'm happy to have a conversation with you. I'm so thankful that every one of you come in here every single week. If there's anything you want us to talk about going forward, we're going to get back to doing some real estate tips as the market continues to start showing signs of bouncing back. We're going to get back into doing some real estate tips and tricks and things, getting your house ready for the market, how to buy a house correctly, all those kind of things. But until then, until we get back to those days, I'm so grateful for you. If you have any questions or thoughts about how we can do this better, good morning, Lump. How are you, buddy? Beers got me to the back nine. I got you, buddy. 86. Yeah, I got my money on Trey, although you got me beat by probably about 14 strokes. Guys, take care. We'll see you.